And welcome, my friends. This is Melody with How to Vids, telling you all of the cool kitchen hacks, talking about kitchen gadgets, and of course, now new, incorporating some recipes. Hope you're doing well today. Thank you so much for tuning in. Let's see, we've got Joanna in the chat. Hey, Joanna, how are you? Always good to see you. So I finally figured out. I know last week there was a little bit of a hiccup where you guys weren't getting notifications, and I know what happened. I had exited out and I tried, I was supposed to tick off a box and I forgot. So now I know when I'm done with this live stream, I just schedule the next one. Hope you guys are doing awesome today, though. And Joanna said she was worried. Oh, I'm okay. I'm okay. You're so sweet. You are 100% on time and here. And if you guys are tuning in, go ahead and click in the chat. Just saying hi. Yeah. I don't know why it says 23 hours. Yeah. I don't know why it says that. But I was able to start the live stream. So that's good. Well, this is a little bit new for me, live streaming directly from YouTube. Usually I'm doing it from another source. Give me a second, guys. I'm doing it from another source, such as, hold on. Okay. I'm usually doing it from another source, such as when I'm using StreamYard. But I wanted to make sure that I was able to jump on quickly today. So that's why I'm here. Where's Evans? Evans is not here. I don't see Margaret. Usually the whole crew is here. Yeah. I tried to put the reminder as the last post on Instagram. And I also put the reminder for it in stories about 20 minutes ago, just as a reminder. But yeah, I'm glad you're here too. So we have a specific live stream for you, as we wanted to describe and show you an alternative way that you can drink something healthy, have something that you may have already on hand. And that is doing what's called a fruit infusion drink. So, pretty much, what is a fruit infusion drink? A fruit infusion drink is when you chop up some fruits that you have, place them in the bottom of a cup, place some ice on top, some water, let it sit in your fridge for a few hours. Anywhere from 3 to 8 hours is a wonderful way to have all of that juice coming from the fruit, and also infusing in the water, giving it that fruity taste without all of that preservatives and sugar. So that's what that is. But I like it because you're dealing with less processed foods, and also you know what you're putting in your body, right? So that's important. And then, of course, if you're trying to get away from like maybe sugary drinks, like adding like the low sugar, no sugar drops in your water, and you wanted to try something a little bit different, this is the alternative. So what I did, let's see, I switched devices so my notifications are stinky, but I set a weekly alarm. Okay, good. So now we know weekly alarm, but I don't know why it says live in 23. I mean, we're still trying to figure that out. Hey, Alan, how are you? Hope you're doing well. We're over here talking about fruit infusion. Have you ever tried that? Let me know. I got some things. I talked about what fruit infusion is, right? And we just talked about how it's a awesome alternative if you do not want to deal with any kind of like sugary processed foods. This is something you probably have in your fridge already that you don't have to worry about. Hold on, I'm just moving my camera. All right. So I got a few things. I got an apple, right? I got an apple, and I got some strawberries. This is also good if you know that you're going to have extra fruit and you don't want it to go bad. You could use it this way. Or you know that it's starting to come a little bit towards the end of its life. You can use this too. Let's see. Hey, Alan. And then Alan says, hi, Joanna. And Joanna says, I'm trying to make a daily smoothie similar to that. And Joanna says, hey, Alan. A very simple smoothie you can do. If you have strawberries and blueberries, you can do a strawberry blueberry smoothie with almond milk, unsweetened vanilla almond milk, and add for a little bit of thickness. You can add a little bit of avocado, like half a avocado, and that will thicken it up, just like you would have like if you're trying to eliminate dairy. That would be a good alternative. So that's an awesome smoothie right there. I've had that many a time, and also it's low as far as for keto. Joanna says, I don't have an ice maker, so I make fresh fruit, I add the milk, and I blend. Okay. Yeah, for you don't have to have an ice maker for your blender. I do it the same way. I just take the whole ice cubes and I throw it in the blender, and that's it. Yeah, I don't I have a crushed there's a crushed ice option on the refrigerator, but I don't use it. Last time I used it, it got like all gummed up. So I was like, I'm not doing it anymore. Let's see. Exactly. Freeze my fruit. Now that also is a great alternative too. What I used to do was I would buy in bulk on Saturdays. I'd go to Kroger and I would buy like strawberries, blueberries, and bananas. And I would make all of these little Ziploc bags as prep bags for my smoothies. So I would just grab one, dump it in a cup, pour my water and ice in there, and blend away. And it was just a really quick way to be able to make a smoothie without having to do the prep behind it, especially if you're in like a rush. Yeah, but I like the frozen fruit. That's a good alternative. All right, so we have our apple, right? You could use whatever you've got on hand. What I have right now is I have apples and I have a few strawberries, right? And I knew that the strawberries were they're going to be going soon. I don't know why, but they always seem to go really quick. Like within 3 days, we have to eat it. So I'm going to use it for a fruit infusion drink today. For the apple, before you cut it up, you might, and I don't know if you guys experience this, tell me in the chat. Have you ever touched like an apple and it feels like waxy? Like I don't like the way that feels, and I don't want that in my body because I don't know what that is. But somebody told me that that wax is supposed to help prevent it from, one, spoiling fast, and two, also prevent any kind of insects from really wanting to eat it. I don't know if that's true or not, but I do know I don't like the waxy feel. So here's like a little side hack for you. If you want to get rid of the wax, hey Evans, we was waiting for you. How are you? If you want to get rid of the wax on some fruit, right, especially an apple, you take a little bit of baking soda and a little bit of white vinegar and just rub it, and all that stuff is going to come off. You will feel the difference afterwards. You got to rinse it really good afterwards, but you'll feel the difference on the apple. Let's see. Joanna says, I keep some in a Ziploc bag in the fridge for a quick grab snack. That's actually a good idea. That's a good idea. Um, Alan says, yeah. Evan says, good morning, Melly. Good morning, Evans. And then Joanna says, now I'm wanting to get a bag of my pineapple. I want some too. But I have to go and get mine. I tried I'll tell you in a second, but I did try that pineapple core, and it was rough, guys. Like it's hard to pull out because it's stainless steel. So if you can get the ones that turn, those are awesome. But it was a big fail for me. Let's see. Joanna says, hey, Evans. Evans says, I'm doing okay. Hope you're doing well. I'm doing well. Thank you very much. And then Evan says, hey, Joanna. Okay. So I talked to you about how to remove the wax from the fruit, right? And now I'm going to teach you what tools you need so you can do the fruit infusion. You need, of course, your choice of fruit. You could use an apple or you can use strawberries, whatever you've got on hand. I've never done like anything like banana. I don't know how that would be, but I mainly stick with berries, melon, or fruit like apples. Yeah, anything that's firm, nothing like mushy. You could do a combination with these fruits. And that's something that I can give you like a little cheat sheet on later if you want. All right, so you need a cup with a lid, a fruit infusion bottle. If you don't have one, it's okay. I would just recommend that you wash your bottle really good afterwards. Now, this is by Brima. I did work with Brima a long time ago, and they gave me this sample, but I don't work with them right now. So just like being very transparent. But this is cool because it has this top here you can unscrew, and you put your fruit in here, and then you close it, right? And then you have that sitting in your bottle so it's not going to the bottom of your fruit infusion cup. So that's why I like this. So you have your cup with your lid, right? You have to get like a paring knife so you can cut up your fruits. You could use what I like to use. I use an apple core. You need a cutting board or some sort of paper plate, which I have. And then you need ice. And you need you need, of course, water. And this is going to sound weird, but a seasoning. Yeah. Like cinnamon. Let's see. Joanna says she uses banana. You say for your smoothie, right? This is a fruit infusion. So it's a little different. You don't have to blend this one up. This is just something that sits in the fridge. All right. How do you make it? First thing you got to do, you got to take your bottle, right? And you're going to fill it with ice. Whoops. Of course, that would happen on a live. It's fine. All right. So we fill it up with ice. The next thing you're going to do now is we are going to now chop up our fruit. Okay. And I'm just going to change the camera real quick for you guys. Let's see if it'll go. Okay. All right. All right. We changed the camera around just a little bit. Give me a second. And this is just so you're not just wondering, what is she doing? All right. So I've got my apple core. Hey, Jerome, what's going on? Got my apple core. And I'm just going to press down on this really quick. All right. So I got that. And then once I'm done with the apple core, I'm just going to place it on the side upside down. I'm just going to take off those little pieces. I know. I know you know this is the real deal if you see that I'm accidentally like pouring stuff off. I learned a hack about strawberries. You could get a straw and push it through the very bottom, and it's supposed to push off the top of this strawberry thing. So that's the hack. Hold on, I'm going to show you. Give me a second. I need to get a napkin too because some of this apple just like splattered all over me. Wasn't expecting that. All right, I'm going to show you the hack. All right, let me grab a straw. And so you can grab a regular straw. And I have a Chick-fil-A straw, so don't hate. I got a Chick-fil-A straw. You said you don't know how everyone is. Oh, you guys were probably up because of Prime Day. Okay, here's my straw. Just get any straw. And oops, I'll just try it with this one. And you're supposed to take your strawberry. And I heard if you press it through, maybe this one would be a better example. You press it through, and it takes the top off. So that's the hack. If you're wanting to, look, it took out that little core part too from the side. So that's a pretty cool hack. And you can do that with your strawberries if you want, just so when you're cutting them up, look like it worked halfway with this one. Yeah, it did. It worked well. And you can just do that. Just push it with ease. Depends on how firm your strawberry is. Sometimes it won't come out perfectly, but this is pretty neat. I mean, I've always heard about you could do this, and I believe you can also do this with cherries. I'm going to double check, but it just makes life a lot easier when you're cutting your strawberry up, and you get less waste. So you can use pretty much like the whole strawberry. That's why I like this. Let's see. Rome says live is real life. Exactly. So I've got my strawberry. I showed you a cool little hack. You could do this with any little straw. I had a Chick-fil-A straw left over. So I went ahead and I used that. All right, we're almost done. Now, if you want, you can combine these, or you could do like a strawberry apple if you want, or you can do something a little bit different. For me, I am going to choose to, hold on, I got to cut up this apple a little bit in smaller pieces because it's going to end up to where it's going to be too big to put inside of this fruit infusion. So, this fruit, excuse me, it's going to be difficult to put these wedges all in there like this because they're too big. So I'm going to just use that paring knife that I talked to you about. We're going to cut it in half, or you can cut it in quarters if you want, in 4 pieces, which is cool. So it can fit inside. And this is something that anybody could do. Even if you don't have this bottle, that's fine. I mean, I just happen to have it because a sponsor gave it to me. But if I didn't have this, I would just use my other bottle that y'all always see me with. All right. So let's put those in. I'm going to go ahead and just, put my apple pieces. Making a mess. Put your apple pieces in here and fill it up. Fill it up. Fill it all the way up. See, this is why I was telling you to cut it into quarters so it can fit all the way. Because when you fill up your cup, you're going to be filling up your cup all the way. So you want to get all that sweetness from it. All right. Now, I don't know if y'all do this. Let's see. Alan and Rome, do you guys do this? I know. Evans, do you do this with a little bit of fruit? I read up on this years ago because I was on a eating plan and I did this. Alan says he's never done it. Okay. Evans said yes. Evans has done it. What kind of fruit did you use, Evans? This is pretty cool. Alan, if you've never done this before, you might get hooked onto doing this. I would do this when I knew I had fruit on sale. I would go and get this. All right, so it's pretty much filled up. I don't want to fill it up too much where I can't close it. All right, so I'm going to go ahead, place this on the side. Okay, now I'm going to add this part. Before I add this part, something else I'm going to add. I'm going to add some cinnamon. And I'm just going to add a dash of this cinnamon to the bottom. I just added a dash. If you want more, you can. It's going to to me, it tastes like apple pie, like a natural apple pie. All right, now you can place this on the top like this. And now take your water. Make sure this is pressed down all the way so it's not crooked. And now you can begin to pour. This is why I like this, because it has these little holes. And as you pour, it's going to fill up your cup. And I fill it all the way to the top. So you can see it from here. You see that it's filled up. I'm going to put the top on. Cool thing about this top too, guys, it's like a pop top. I have the link in the description for this product too if you're wanting this. Evan says strawberries and a little lemon. That sounds awesome. So you see how this works. In the inside, you can kind of see the fruit, and you can see like it's separated, so nothing's coming up. You're not having bits of fruit that you're drinking. That's why I chunked it like the way I did in quarters. And now I'm going to show you real quick. Now what I do is I shake it. I shake it up a little bit because I want to get that cinnamon that's from the bottom. And you're going to see like, I've never turned this upside down, but let's see. I did it really quick. I was afraid it was going to spill, but it's okay. Evan says, I have that same cup. Evan's, okay, this is cool because like, you see how well it cleans. You could use like specific brushes. I have some brushes from another brand that I use that's pretty cool that I used to tell you guys about a lot. I'll put the link in the bio for you guys so that way you can grab it. But you keep this. Now that you have assembled all of your fruit together, we kind of make like a cinnamon apple drink, right? You put it in the fridge for 5 to 8 hours. 5 to 8 hours. And the reason why you want to do 5 to 8 hours is because it's going to be so refreshing and cold, and it's going to give the water a chance to absorb in some of that fruit, sit in some of that fruit. So that way it's releasing those natural sugars. So that is how you make a fruit infusion. And I hope that you enjoy it. Yeah. That's one combination. I have leftover fruit here, so I'm most likely going to use that for another combination. And if you like these kind of lives like this, let me know so that way I can make more of these and show you the different combinations that you can use. All right. Going into the chat. All right, I want you guys to tell me what fruits you would use. So far, I used the apples and cinnamon to show you a different way that you can use this. But you can use, like Evan said, strawberries and a little lemon. I think that's very refreshing. You could go with pineapple and kiwi if you want to and have it sit. Oh my gosh. Now, I am going to say, if you are watching your sugar intake, and I must say this, pineapple is very high in sugar, and so is mango. So you plan on using those two types of tropical fruits. Maybe, just have that one every once in a while. But if you use things like berries, like strawberries, bananas, those are low in sugar, and those are also more keto friendly. Okay. I have the same cup. Evan says, I make mine at night, so it's ready for breakfast. Yes, yes. And then Joanna says, I could see lemon with it. Yeah, and if you don't have sliced lemon, you could have fun with lime. You could use lime, right? Or you can use lemon juice, put a little squirt of that at the very end and shake it up so it's distributed evenly. But definitely I agree with the lemon, as it does brighten up the drink itself. So yes. Now, as you can see, I used simple tools. This is something you can do with any water bottle. Yeah, you could do it with any water bottle. And this is also how I started like losing a ton of weight, because I used to drink a lot of juice. And I just kind of switched, like on those days where you're like, I don't want to just drink water. This was my alternative. This is when I craved something, I would drink this. Oh, Evan says blueberries and strawberries and a little lemon. I'm going to try that one. So I'm going to make those, the ones that you're suggesting in the chat, and I'll make that and put that as part of the recipes on our channel. And Joanna said, that's why I turn to pineapple or applesauce when I crave something sweet. Yeah, because those are natural fruits, right? I actually like using pineapple. I don't know if you've ever tried this. It may sound a little crazy, but grilled pineapple, like if you're doing like shish kebab, like with grilled chicken, it's so good. It is. And if you want to like even change it up a bit, if you put like a little chili powder, I know It's a little bit sweet and heat. If you got a little, just a little pinch of cayenne pepper or chili powder, that gives it a nice sweet heat type of taste, especially if you're going to make it with a salsa. Mm-hmm. Okay. Evan says, I cut the blueberries and strawberries in half. I agree. And exactly what Evans is saying, I recommend doing, because then you get to release the sugars out a lot faster from the fruit, and you will see it when you see your water bottle. You will see the difference. I'm telling you. Yeah, I do agree with that though. I like that. So we will do the blueberries and strawberries and lemon. Um, we are also going to do the lemon and strawberry, like you recommended. Rome, I don't know if you're there, but what kind of fruit you want? I'll give you different fruit. I don't know what kind of fruit Rome likes. Rome, what kind of fruit you like? Woo, you ever be so hot that your glasses fog up? I was experiencing that this morning. Rome says apples. Do you want to see a different combination of apples, like of different kind of apple? Maybe we can do like Granny Smith and then do a red apple and a green apple mix. That might give it a different kind of taste. Alan says, I got to get back to work. Thanks for showing us. You are so welcome, Alan. I'll put the recipe up on the channel for you guys. Of course, I'll cut this video up so you can use it as well. Take care, my friend. Evans said, I use Saigon cinnamon. That is real cinnamon, best for your health. Okay, I'm so glad you're saying this, Rome. All cinnamon is not equal. You have lower grades of cinnamon, and then you have higher grades of cinnamon, like what Evans is talking about. The Saigon cinnamon is what can also help reduce inflammation in your body. Of course, I'm not a doctor. That's a disclaimer. Always check with your doctor. But this is something that I've used before. Alan said, did you ever do lemon lime? No, but goodness gracious, that sounds like a great combination. Okay. I will do that today, because that's part of what I'm working on for content for my channel. All the recipes, all the fruits that you're mentioning right now, we're going to dice up and we're going to do a fruit infusion, and I'll show you each day. Yeah, but I'm going to do lemon lime, Alan. That sounds awesome. Yeah, and guys, and if you wanted to, you could probably let's see, you could do like a tropical fruit mix if you wanted to do pineapple, mango, and like lime. That might have a nice little taste to it. Evan says, I love overnight oats with bananas and Saigon cinnamon. So good. No sugar needed. The bananas will make it sweet itself. Yeah. And the cinnamon also makes it taste good. I agree with you. I also like having it with almond milk. There's something about oatmeal. Like, I like hot oatmeal. When you have hot oatmeal and you're able to pour like the milk on the top, it's so good. I got to figure out a keto version of that. I think I got to double check and see if I can have oats. I can't remember. Starting this back up, it's a little bit different. But I do need to tell you something. I made something 2 days ago that came out amazing. I was dying for like Chick-fil-A. I really, really wanted Chick-fil-A. And I've been trying to not have that. Now that everyone is all healthy, thinking it's National French Fries Day. I know. So I love Chick-fil-A. I love the blessed chicken. I love the French fries, y'all. And I love the sauce. Now, I got to tell you something. I don't like ketchup. I am a plain Jane kind of girl. I only eat like maybe 3 kinds of sauce in my life. Barbecue, right? Barbecue sauce. Usually honey mustard or like I'll have. Or I have like salad dressing. But add Chick-fil-A sauce to that. Y'all, I found a recipe on how to make nuggets like Chick-fil-A nuggets. It's a copycat recipe, and how to make the sauce. Oh my gosh, I about almost passed out. Let me see if I got this on my phone. I will give you guys the recipe. I will give you guys the recipe. Um, Let me see if I can find it. I wanted to show you this, and I was just like, "Oh my goodness! If I show this to them, this is it. This is it. This is what I made. I made this." And then let's see, Evans. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. I gotta move back. Evans says it's addictive. I know. I know. And they make everything with MSG. MSG is a flavor enhancer, but it also can cause like headaches and stuff. So there's a lot of MSG in the blush chicken, fried and grilled. McDonald's are giving out free French fries today. Yes, you do not need to buy a meal for this. I seen a influencer. I don't know if you guys know him. His name is Jordan the Stallion, and he actually does like these little, I don't know, like he'll tell you like free ways to get food and stuff. And McDonald's actually reached out to him and told him, "Hey, don't like focus so much on the free fries. You know, like make it." He was like, "I don't care." He's like, "It's free French fries. Everybody goes all day." But there's also another one. Um, the There's another free thing that's coming up, which is if you've got a Krispy Kreme near you, that's free. 83-cent dozen donuts. For 83 cents, you get a dozen of donuts. I will not be participating in that because I'm trying to. I may make a keto version though, just like what happened with the Chick-fil-A. Evan says I don't like ketchup or barbecue. I don't like ketchup, but I love barbecue sauce. Joanna says I can tolerate ketchup, no tomatoes. I don't like ketchup, and I'm only a fan of tomatoes if I have a BLT. Yes. And then Rome says, wow, that looks good. It was very simple to make. It was ground chicken is what I used. I used ground chicken for it. That was the main thing. Joanna said it looks pretty. Thank you. I was trying to work on the plating. I really was trying hard to work on the plating, but y'all, I have leftovers for this and I cannot wait to eat it for lunch. And it's keto friendly. So I know that I am going to have a great lunch. Yeah. And then Evan says, I'm not a sweet fan. I will pass on the donuts. I'm not eating it because I've come this far. I'm in week 2 full time of doing this and I'm feeling good now. Last week I felt terrible. And I kept trying to upload videos and it was just not working. Oh, speaking of this, just an update. We had our fitness channel, right? And I was told by a mentor of mine that that channel is not going to go anywhere. So, because it's been very old, I've had it for 4 years. So I went ahead and I deleted the channel. So my stuff you'll start to see here. I'll have a separate channel at some point, but this is going to be like the main channel. And I'll give you guys updates. You know, I'll tell you on my lives what's going on if you have questions. But in the meantime, I'll tell you the recipes like this one, how we did like our fruit infusion, and I'll give you like my keto recipes here using some cool gadgets that I find. I'm the person, Evan says, I'm the person that at a party, I will scrape off the frosting. I do the same thing. I have a preference. It must be real buttercream and it can't have all that food coloring on it. It doesn't taste good to me. So yeah, I have that preference too. So we're that person together at the party. I don't know if Joanna or Rome or anyone else is that way, but that is how I am. So yeah, I'll do more recipes like that for you guys. Um and I have to redo the nugget recipe because I took half video and then I realized I didn't take the rest. So that's not going to help you. So I'll go ahead and I'll make sure I do like a little video recipe thing. So if you want to do it yourself, it's very simple. You probably have almost all the ingredients at home. Maybe the only thing you got to get is like a ground chicken and, ground chicken from the store. Evans says, it grosses me out. Any frosting. Oh, really? I love buttercream frosting. And then Joanna said homemade frosting. Yes. I did see like a type of Cool Whip that you can make out of coconut cream and milk. Yeah, so if you're interested in that, I can make that too because I was thinking of making like my version of whoopie pies but keto way. Evan says I can't wait for your recipe. Oh my gosh, girl, so, when I do these recipes, I'm doing research, I'm trying other people's recipes, but then I make it my own. Like I'll combine other different things. And this one was by far a really good one for the nuggets. Now, the sauce. I made a copycat Chick-fil-A sauce and it tastes more like Big Mac sauce. It doesn't taste like really like Chick-fil-A sauce. So I'll give you guys a recipe anyway. And if you try it and you say, Melody, try differently with different spice and you recommend them to me, I'll change. I'll make the change. I'll make the change. Let's see. Joanna says, my mom used to cater for a second job, so always had handmade. Oh, I know. Homemade food is just, I love it. But I love the blessed chicken, y'all. I'm just going to tell you, I love it. Rome knows text says, good idea. Yeah. I agree with you. Joanna says, sorry, I love frosting more than the cake. Sometimes, like Publix, I don't know if y'all have a Publix near you, but they have the bomb icing. Like whenever I've gotten any kind of cake, I've always gone to that supermarket and their icing has always been on point. Like their bakery is just, I'm telling you, it's great. Evan says Cool Whip with pudding or jello is good to frost a cake. Not so sweet. That's, you know what? That's actually a pretty good idea. Now you've got me wondering. I wonder if I could get like the sugar-free jello pudding, right? And make my coconut Cool Whip and mix them up. Oh my gosh. How many I gotta see what the sugar intake is. If there's too much stuff in it, then I can't. But but you just gave me a great idea. So now we've got some recipe ideas coming down the pipeline. So I've got that. And then I do have a recipe that I want to make either this weekend or, well, you know what? I'm going to have to make it next week because Monday and Tuesday we're going to have some family time. So that's going to be fun. So probably about Wednesday or Thursday, I'm going to make another keto, I think it's called fathead dough, keto fathead dough. And from keto fathead dough, you guys tell me if you know about that, the keto fathead dough. Evan says, yes, you can. Get the light Cool Whip. Oh my gosh. See, the fear of me getting that is I'll eat the whole container. That's why I'm like, maybe it's something about if I have to make it, right? It takes effort, right? So it's going to take time. So sometimes I'm like, I don't want to do it if I do it that way. But I will try if it's within the keto thing that I'm doing. I'll try. I'll give it a try. Yeah. So sugar-free jello pudding. We could do like vanilla and maybe like make almost like ice cream sandwiches, but it's all going to be keto. Like all of it's keto. Mm-hmm. I will tell you something funny though. Like I remember I was on low carb. Here's another story for you guys. You guys get a good laugh. I was doing like a keto, not keto, it was low carb. It was a low carb diet. I was doing Atkins, right? Now, Atkins, you're only allowed up to 20 grams of carbs a day. So it's pretty low. It's hard. It's actually one of the hardest eating plans I've ever tried. But the next one that's hard is the carnivore diet, which I'm gonna try my hand at after I go through keto, paleo, and then carnivore. We can try it for a week. But anyway, that's another video. So I go to the store and I seen that they had Entenmann's low carb cookies. Now, they do not make these cookies anymore, but if you Google it, I'm pretty sure a box of it will pop up. And let me tell you, I think it was like half a carb or one carb per cookie. So I was like, I'm eating 4 of these, right? I was like, like maybe an hour and a half later, I was like, man, my stomach is feeling a little weird. My stomach's feeling weird. Guys, it had this thing called ethanol in it, which is like it's a sugar sweetener, right? But it will make you, how can I put this? It will make you go to the bathroom if you eat too many of whatever that contains. So just FYI, if you ever seen that in any kind of low carb, low sugar thing, make sure you're slowing down on that. But that was pretty funny. Oh, Evans, you said you can make your own Cool Whip, all kinds of recipes on YouTube. Ooh, that sounds good. I also made one other thing I'm going to show you guys. One more thing that I made that I think that I think that you're going to like. And I did a keto dessert, right? This is it. Hold on. This is the keto dessert. I made this with 2 ingredients. Now, you might be thinking to yourself, what is that? If you are okay with coconut yogurt or regular yogurt, there are keto yogurts. I tried this one with a keto yogurt, and I took sugar-free chocolate chips and I melted it. Some I mixed in with the yogurt, made it into squares. When I took the melted chocolate, I just kind of frosted it over halfway and I popped it in the freezer. And once I popped it in the freezer, these were melt in your mouth bites that were just absolutely delicious. Now, I will recommend, if you do make something like this, put in smaller chunks, but I can do, you know what? If you want, I can do my live on that one for you. So you can see how to make your own dessert. So guys, thank you for coming to our live stream today. I'm so happy that I got to see each one of you. Let me know in the chat. You've told me some fruit infusion recipes. You've told me some Cool Whip recipes that you'd like to see. And Joanna also says she likes this frosting. Let me know if there's something else that you'd like. Just put it in the comments below after the video has been posted. And we will definitely get to getting your frosting and any kind of other recipes. But yeah, Joanna says, miss you so much. Mwah. Thank you, Joanna. I appreciate it. Evan says that would be a great live. Oh, to have for a keto dessert? Okay. We'll do the next one, keto dessert. This one, I'm not going to be able to melt the chocolate right then and there, but we'll figure something out. Maybe what I'll have is, after you melt it, I may record that part and you'll see that part as a B-roll. Okay. Well, I miss you girls too. Believe me, I do miss each and every one of you. But we still have a place that we call our own, which is the How to Vids channel. And you can come here anytime within the community. Always check the community tab. Sometimes I have little quizzes, or I'll ask you for some feedback about recipes. Always check those. You said easy pack lunches. Okay. Yeah, we can do that. But all of this is, like we had talked about months ago, dairy-free, right? Or if I'll give you like dairy-free alternatives for keto foods, okay? So thanks, guys, for coming to today's stream. And of course, we will see you next week, Thursday, 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Don't forget to like the stream, give it a thumbs up, and I'll see you next time. Take care, my friends. Mwah. Thank you for coming.